Lovely, mate. Okay, back in Exmouth again today on a windy and rainy day. We're doing the other side of this fence now. So that's the plan. Replacing this one. None of these peaks were at the same level. They're all up and down and all a bit strange. And 3x3 posts, so the fence wasn't in the best condition. It was reasonably solid, but it wouldn't have lasted another 3 years in these conditions. So getting it out now, slightly later today, 8:45 now. Getting it out, we'll get the posts in, and with any luck we can get this all finished today. Okay, 9:05, we've got most of the panels out. Working on the first hole down there. The client has just come out and pointed out where the water mains pipe goes, so we can make sure that we're really careful around there and not hitting it. Some of these posts are coming out alright, some of them not so much. So we'll get them out, get these new posts in, and then what we're going to have to do, because the concrete is bonded to the footings for the wall, so we're going to have to dig down a little bit and then cut the posts off just below the ground level, just to get them out of the way. Anything else we're risking making the wall unstable, damaging the wall, so we don't want to be doing that. So when we did the other side here, we didn't finish this off because we may be putting a roof on this shed at a later date. But we made sure we started this side, so we waited until all the feather edging was done, and then we started here, so that we can have it even either side of the gate, is the idea. So that when you're standing across the road, it's all going to look nice and tidy. Okay, so this one here, it's going to be slightly different from the other side. The wall on the other side is flat along the top, or straight along the top for the most part. This one here, on the other hand, it's all a bit lumpy, goes up and down in a couple of places. So the idea of this is we're going to bring all these posts back a little bit off the wall, and that will allow us to have the gravel board down the side of the wall a little bit and get a nice consistent straight run with the gravel board all the way along the back of the wall, and then we can still have the top of the fence at the same height by cutting a little bit less off. Okay, so time is 7 minutes past 10. We've got these posts in. These posts are slightly further back off the wall, which will allow us to get the gravel board down a little bit and up against the wall there all the way through, and that way we can get a nice straight gravel board all the way down to this end post here. Which will make the fence look a lot better from the back, where before it was all a bit up and down and a little bit wavy. Okay, so Liam's gone off to get a couple of screwdriver bits and a few other bits and pieces. One of the other challenges we've had is with the old posts, because the wall is right up against them. The concrete has bonded to the footings on the wall, and what we don't want to do is start digging that out and cause issues with the wall, cause cracks. It's been repaired a few times in the past. So the plan with these is to dig down a little bit lower, just below the gravel there, and then we're going to cut them off with the reciprocating saw, get them out the way, and that way you'll never know that they're there. We've decided to do a wall plate up this end, because again we don't want to be digging these posts out, we don't want to be putting in post shoes or anything like that. We don't really know how good this concrete is. The wall is reasonably solid. It's already got things attached to it, so we're attaching this post to the wall far enough out that the gravel board can run up in through here. Just going back to get the driver bit. And then the next post is going to be in the soil just further down there. Should be fine. Right, so on the other side, down there, almost all of it was just soil, just beds behind the wall. So all we ended up doing is taking the soil out of the hole, and for the most part, if it was decent soil, we'd spread it out over the bed. That wasn't an issue. Here, because we've got stones running all the way up, we're using buckets. We're scooping into buckets and then taking the soil away. And that way we don't end up with piles of soil all over the stones. $11.17. The spacer worked for the first couple of posts, and because the wall's so wavy, we're using the string line now, and the string line alone set all the posts, and that way the fence is going to end up straight. The last thing we want is a wavy fence when you look down it, because there's the potential to do that as you walk down the footpath. But just about got all the post holes dug, so just about going to plan, all apart from the weather, which is atrocious.
Or your dressing gown.
Right, so the time is 11:45, and because we're all soaked through, we've got all the posts in apart from one, and that's because the hole filled up with water so quickly we couldn't get enough postcrete in there. So we'll do that when we get back. We're all going back to the office now, going to get a change of clothes, dry out a bit, and then we'll come back a little bit later on once the weather eases up a bit. And the pole gets in the way. Lovely, mate. Lovely. All right, 5:11. After we got back here, we made pretty good progress once the weather sort of sorted itself out. Had a bit of lunch, so we're calling it a day for now, and we'll come back in the next 3 or 4 days, finish this bit off, do all the curves. It's at the right height now, really happy with that. So it's just cutting the curves and putting those capping pieces on. All gone really well. Okay, 3 days later, 8:45 in the morning, and we've come back here to put the curves on the fence, finish everything up, and then later on we grab all the leftover bits. We did order a few more bits just because we know that the suppliers close over the Christmas break. So first things first today, we are tracing our pattern using this onto the fence. So we'll work our way up now. We've got a couple of bags of postcrete. We're going to get in the post that we didn't manage to do the other day. So that's already attached to the fence, it's already upright, it's already in place. But this one here doesn't have any concrete in the hole.
Next one.
That one.
Yeah.
That one.
We'll get that in. So.
Yeah. We'll get that in. Get it tidied up. Get all the leftover wood. Take the wheelbarrow away now. Hopefully in the next hour and a half or so, it's all done. The most awkward place to start ever, but Here we have the finished product, all looking really good. Matches up pretty closely with the other side, which is nice. We are leaving the other side slightly open just because we're looking at putting something on the roof here, and we may need to take a few of these boards off. So really happy. Time is 10:45, didn't take too long. All looking really good under here, lined up really nicely, and I'm sure the customer will be pleased.
Like and subscribe.